Not that pet. Not That Pet by Smriti Prasadam-Halls, illustrated by Rosalind Beardshaw. Mabel's family was picking a pet. "Mabel," said Mom, "you choose which to get." "Yippee!" said Mabel, and she chose an elephant. He gave the best hugs, he gave the best rides, with upside down lifts and down the trunk slides. He worked in the garden and planted the seeds. He watered the flowers and pulled up the weeds. But he trampled the roses and stood on the plums and squashed Mabel's strawberries and sat on her mom. And Mabel's mom squeaked, "Not that pet. Choose something smaller." So Mabel chose ants. The ants were so busy, they marched here and there. They marched through the kitchen. They marched up the stairs. They marched round the bedroom. They marched down the wall. And soon they got lost, since they were so small. Then Mabel's dad started jiggling, 'cause those tiny ants had marched their way into his underpants. And Mabel's dad giggled, "Not that pet. Choose something we can see." So Mabel chose a skunk with black and white stripes. She thought, "This will be right." They could see him by the day, they could see him by night. He had soft silky fur and a nose pink and wet. There was simply no doubt that she'd picked the best pet. But the baby surprised him, giving a yell, and the skunk went and made the most terrible smell. And they all held their noses and gasped, "Not that pet. Choose something that's not afraid of the baby." So Mabel chose a snake. Her skin was bright silver with patches of gold. She was so exotic and wiggly to hold. And she wasn't scared. No, that much was true. Pretty soon she had caused quite a hubbubaloo. She slinked and she slithered with barely a sound. Sss, she coiled herself around and around, until Granddad spluttered, "Not that pet. Choose something with legs." So Mabel chose a spider. They all took one look and screeched, "No, there's no way." From the top of the chair, they yelled, "Take it away." "Okay then," said Mabel. "Well, what about these? I'll look after them, please. Pretty please." But the worms were too wriggly, the hyena too giggly, the bear was too growly, and the wolf was too howly. The hedgehog was much too prickly to touch, the rabbit so shy that it stayed in its hutch. The leopard leaped up and gave Grandma a fright, and the owl kept on hooting all through the night. Mabel almost gave up. She said, "It's no use. There isn't a pet that's right one to choose." Then she realized she needed something furry and sweet, without lots of legs or gigantic great feet. Nothing too smelly and nothing too tiny. Nothing too scaly and nothing too spiny. Not noisy or scary or covered in spikes. Should choose something friendly that everyone likes. A pet that will like to curl up for a nap. A pet that's just happy to sit on your lap. A pet you can cuddle and snuggle and pat. I've got it, she yelled, and she chose a rat. The end.